everyone, I'm Kelsey.
I'm George.
I'm JPatt.
And you're listening to the Box Officers Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in today. Please continue to support us by leaving us a star rating and review wherever you're listening to this episode.
Watching about movies like witnessing a serious crime, but have no fear. The box officers are here. Each episode, Kelsey, George, and I will review a new movie, and at the end of each episode, we'll classify the film according to the severity of punishment.
Films can be convicted of a felony, a misdemeanor, an infraction, or on the rare occasion found innocent. This week is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing our own pre-Oscar show where we discuss nominations, pop culture, the drama, predictions, and more. So let's get into the episode. I just want to be transparent. This episode, last week, Georgette and I ended the episode by saying, next week we're going to review The Bride, and then we're going to talk about the Oscars. Obviously, in case you haven't noticed, we're not talking about The Bride at all, and that's my fault. Didn't go see it. I don't want to go see it, and maybe I'm wrong, and you can let me know that, but I feel like that, I don't know, everything I've seen about that movie is thumbs down, so I felt like I'm not going to go waste my time watching it. Y'all shouldn't watch it either. We're just going to talk about the Oscars. And that's why we lied to you last week. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, they lied to you.
We lied and
JPatt signed off to it.
I wasn't there, no.
yeah, let's just start with talking about which movies should win versus which movies will win, in our opinion. I think the category everybody's most concerned with is Best Picture. But there's some other categories as well. Best animated feature. Do you guys like animated movies?
I sure do.
I like it if it's like not childish.
If you like animated movies that are not childish.
Yeah.
Like
can you name one
animated movie that's not childish?
Like, what do you mean by that?
What was the last good animated movie I watched?
The last one I watched was Hoppers. Like, really good Pixar movie. It was really good. People are sleeping.
I want to watch that too.
It's really fun. Now, I'll tell you, it gets so insane. Like, you're gonna like have your mouth open, like, oh my God.
Really?
Like, especially for a kids movie. Yeah. There's like very like soft horror in it, but also the comedy is like on 10. So.
I can't even think of any.
Because that's not a thing. If it's an animated movie,
like,
it's a child's movie.
So many, like, I don't, like, bro, like, there's movies. Hold on. I'm going to find
like animes, bro? Because that's different.
No, not either. I feel like.
What about K-pop? I never watched it.
K-pop,
Did you watch
Demon
K-pop?
Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
That's what's going to win.
For children.
Well, yes, I would argue majority of what we're seeing here is child-oriented, child-focused. That's the target audience for animated movies. Like, you're gonna Google whatever you're trying to find, and it's not gonna pop up because it doesn't exist.
Bro, I feel like I've seen some, bro, and now I'm being gaslit.
You are opening your eyes to the truth for the very first time ever. I think that K-pop Demon Hunters is going to win Best Animated Feature, but, Elio and Zootopia 2 are also nominated. What do you guys think? Also, Arco and Little Amelie, the character of Rain. I'm not familiar with those last two, but out of the ones that I do know, Zootopia 2, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters is obviously going to win. I feel like that's so, like...
I actually Zootopia is going to win, bro. That movie is, like, isn't it, like, Disney's biggest movie of all time? Highest grossing movie?
Oh, I didn't know.
Is that true? Oh, my God.
Have y'all not been seeing the edits between them?
I'd be seeing the edits, but that doesn't mean it was the highest grossing, like... What do you
mean? It's
like fan edits?
Yeah, but, like, seriously,
wow.
Like, it's Disney's highest grossing movie.
It
beat Avengers, like...
Because I've been meaning to see it. It beat Avengers Zootopia 2.
I believe that, though.
Yes.
Where have I been? I feel like...
Bro, it was, like, super popular in, like, China and, like, a lot of places. It's going to beat K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters is big for Netflix. Like,
well, it was big, period. Like, the world ate that up.
Yeah, the kids love it, but but it's just like it outgrew Netflix. That's what really was like, wow, Netflix made this, and then they put it in movies and stuff like in like the theaters. But Zootopia was that girl
Oh
for
yeah.
what it was made for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying Zootopia went crazy in China. It says over 1.86 billion worldwide. So
Yeah.
that is a crazy number.
K-pop Demon Hunters is
See,
like, it's a cute little Netflix movie. The kids love it.
I'm
But
gonna be
Zootopia?
real. If Zootopia wins, and I love Zootopia, down, I'm still gonna think K-pop Demon Hunters should have won. Cause I
Why?
don't know, it just felt like the moment. I feel like the moment
Yeah.
should
Oh, you're
have
following hype.
I feel
the
like
hype was deserved,
low
but
key,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like with K-pop Demon Hunters, that was more of a like worldwide, my bad, worldwide phenomenon.
Yikes.
Worldwide phenomenon to me than Zootopia, because I heard Zootopia 2 was like really good, but I wasn't thinking it was like, breaking records, Avengers level type good. When Avengers came out in 2012,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was doing that well.
Yeah.
Like the conversation around it died down, whereas
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters to this day, like,
Yeah, they still got the music. They're in Fortnite. They're,
took
doing
over
their
the
whole
world.
I don't think
yeah.
that's fair though. I think it's I think
Well, yeah, sure. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be a popularity contest,
yeah,
but
it's just new. Like it's new. Like it's K-pop Demon Hunters. Like what's going on? Yeah, cool. But
did
like I
K-pop
feel
come
like
out last
She
year or
said-
this year?
She said they had an original idea, boo. Like,
yeah, like basically like it came
What time did
out.
K-pop
It came out
come
last
out?
year, 2025.
Yeah, I'm talking about like
Yeah.
what time?
It was earlier in the year for sure.
Okay.
It was earlier in the year. But I think it's not that it's an original idea. It is an original idea. It's good.
Yeah.
I think people like it because it is an original idea, but not necessarily because the film itself is just so moving. Whereas Zootopia is just like it's like
an
a
adult
movie.
animated
If it was real people acting and let's say K-pop Demon Hunters wasn't animated,
Okay.
you guys will not watch it, but you could actually sit
Sure.
down and
But
watch
it's
Zootopia.
best animated feature. Like, it's okay that it's animated.
I mean, I think depending on if you're 10 and you have a like and you like to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and yeah, you might like the
I like
flashy
peanut butter and
colors.
jelly.
You might like the flashy colors and
It was the
K-pop.
music. It was the music.
the,
That's
okay,
what
the music
hooked the people.
was absolutely great. But this is not a musical. So I don't think that's fair.
Well, Shakira
I
and
think-
Zootopia again?
Shakira?
Shakira?
Who plays the gazelle, right? Oh, I'm wrong. Hold on. Who plays the
I was
gazelle?
Shakira at first. I was thinking of Tupac, and I was like, "What?"
I'm so
Oh my
dead.
gosh. I might have messed up. No. The new single Zoo by Shakira as Gazelle from Zootopia
Oh,
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
They did go crazy for that one, too. You're so right.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I was tweaking. I was like, ooh,
We
I
said
missed.
Shakira? What about cinematography? We talk about cinematography all the time. So,
Mhm.
who we think will win and who we think should win in terms of Marty Supreme, Train Dreams, Sinners, Frankenstein, and One Battle After Another. I actually never saw Train Dreams.
I'll tell you who
But-
shouldn't win is Frankenstein.
Okay, yeah.
Opinion.
Frankenstein again.
No.
Unpopular opinion, but there was not. Those were all like apparently like CGI. That wasn't even like real sets and stuff. So I feel like just for the sake of the art, like you just can't win.
I think that's okay for best cinematography. Yeah, no, it shouldn't win, especially when you're in the category with One Battle After Another. I literally think that was one of the best IMAX experiences. I think I saw a 70 millimeters format too.
Yeah.
And when I tell you one of the most beautiful movie experiences I've ever had in my life, and it was because of the cinematography, when they're going over the rolling hills, that scene is insane. There's so many shots that are just like stunning. There's one where they like zoom out when they're like on the road in the canyon and they're like standing on the side of the road or something. Beautiful. There's just like a lot in there. I think they're in like a chapel. Chase Infinity's character, and she's like in this sanctuary looking dungeon chapel
Yeah, with
thing.
the military guy.
Yeah, and it just looks stunning. Like every part of the movie is just like beautiful. The action scenes are like really shot well, and I just think it was easily the best cinematography. I can see why someone would try to argue Marty Supreme. Anytime you have like a sports, I shouldn't quote it. I think table tennis is a real sport. But anytime you have like a sports movie, people are gonna like put that up for best cinematography because it's kind of hard to like film stuff like that. But I think One Battle After Another was like beautiful cinematography. That's who should win. Who will win?
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually think they might. I think they should and they will. I don't see any of these like comparing unless they try to say Train Dreams, and I just didn't see that movie. I don't know.
If we're going by cinematography, yeah, I feel like One Battle After Another, especially with it being like shot in IMAX, and that being really hyped up, I think that'll probably go to One Battle After Another because it was really good cinematography. I feel like when it comes to Frankenstein, I didn't really enjoy Frankenstein for the cinematography. Now I
Agreed.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for like how how the props were set, just to kind of the whimsy feeling it gave. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very like well put together when it comes to the background and how the characters were dressed and stuff like that. That was cool to me, but I like Frankenstein more for the story, and how the story
Yeah,
went. And Sinners had great cinematography, but I like Sinners for, many different reasons than the cinematography, except
I
for
agree.
that one shot in the middle of the movie in the juke joint with the music, the music part.
Yeah,
And I unfortunately never watched Marty Supreme, but it seems great. So
that's
might
something
watch
you
it
would
within
have
the
really
next.
liked.
Yeah, yeah. It might be something I watch in the next week, honestly. Because
Hmm.
with these movies now, I'm looking at watching Marty, and I'm looking at watching Arco because I saw the reviews on Arco. I saw like a trailer for Arco, but I was like thinking like I didn't know it was a runner up for, being nominated for a animated feature film. So now I'm gonna check that out. I'll check Marty Supreme out. Did y'all ever see Train Dreams or
No.
no? No. Yeah. I don't know. It says, but I won't be surprised. Yeah, I never really saw Train Dreams, but I'm gonna check Marty Supreme out. But
Who do y'all think would win like best original score music? It's
mm,
between
Ooh.
Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After the Other, and Sinners. I think it's Sinners. Ludwig
Sinners,
Göransson, 8. I like all his
yeah.
work.
Ludwig, yeah, yeah,
Ate
yeah.
the
I think it's
house boots
Sinners.
down.
Yeah, but
Sinners
then they
definitely
also
got that.
have original song with
Oh,
Golden by K-pop Demon Hunters.
oh
But
man,
that's
Golden.
for, yeah, I was going to say different categories though. I think for best original score, it
Yeah,
should go to Sinners. I'd be
yeah.
quite confused if anyone else actually won. So that would be one that I think adds up. For best original song, obviously it's gonna be Golden. I see these Train Dreams keeps popping up. I feel like I should go see that because I obviously missed something. But
Hmm.
regardless, I don't care how good the song is. I don't have to see it to know that Golden should win best original song. We just have to be honest. We just have to be
Honestly,
honest.
it's genuinely a good song.
Genuinely a good song, and the reach, obviously it has some kind of impact on people. I mean, all ages eating it up for months, because that movie's been out for a while, and to this day, like, people are obsessed with it. I think we have to just give her coins.
It's like a
Yeah,
song that, like, even without the movie, like, it's honestly
everybody
should be
love
like a
that.
good pop song. Yeah.
So a classic pop song. I have one that I'm curious about. Best original screenplay. So you have Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sinners, and Sentimental Value. Guys, am I tripping or okay? So I didn't see Sentimental Value in theaters, and I've been trying to find it like to rent.
Mm.
I can't find it in English anywhere. Like I paid. This is my fault. I paid to rent it on Apple TV. And I didn't read the description. Like it's not in English, and I was like, I don't know why. I didn't know it wasn't in English, and I could read it in subtitles, but I haven't found like the time because I feel like sometimes if I watch movies at home, I like to multitask while I watch
Yeah,
them. Like I don't always give them my full attention, but obviously this is one that I need to like lock into, and I just haven't found the time to sit down and watch it. But I want to watch it because from what I've seen, it was amazing. I also never saw Blue Moon. Did you guys see that?
I don't see that either.
Guys,
What
you know
about
Sinners should win. Like, come on,
we have
guys.
not seen half the movies in the category. We
But
don't
that's
know.
telling us something.
Right?
It was
Think
just an
about
accident.
it.
Could be the
Why
best
did we
thing
see
ever.
Sinners?
I think
I
Sinners
was
got it.
rooting for everybody black. That's why I went. But I just, I honestly thought it was also just a very original concept, and so I do believe, even though I haven't seen the others, and like out of what I have seen, right? Like let's just compare it to Marty Supreme and what I know about sentimental value, because I did start it. I just didn't finish it because, like I said, like once I realized I'm not like paying attention, I was like, okay, I need to watch this when I'm locked in. Marty Supreme versus Sinners. I do think Sinners had the better original screenplay by quite a bit, and I think that those are probably like, I don't know. Is it crazy to assume that those are the top two contenders in that category? I think it could also
not
just be
crazy.
that I didn't see the others though, so I recognize like I have extreme bias, but I think Georgette also makes a point though. If the others were like on and popping, wouldn't I have like
I'm saying
seen
because
it?
it's like at the end of the day, these are all widely available movies, and it's like it's part of the movie industry is making a good trailer. They know that everyone cannot watch every movie. Like I think that's part of the game is getting people to watch a movie, and once they're in there, making them connect with your movie.
Yep, I
And
agree.
so you can't just have a great movie that no one never seen. I don't really think that's fair. So I think part of the movie is making something that people want to see and don't have to actually sit down 2 hours before they would like pay a ticket to see it, because then that's just like too late. So I think Sinners should win. It was great.
Sinners
Very
got it.
easy on the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing movie, like all around. I think Sinners got that. It might have a little competition, but overall, I think Sinners is gonna win. But I do want to know about the whole, Kels, the whole actor drama between Timothy Chalamet and everybody else. What's going on there?
I'm so excited to tell you. But before I do, I have to give you one last category. And the reason I'm doing it is because there's a movie in this
Yeah.
category that's nominated for Best Picture and it hasn't come up yet. Best Film Editing, Marty Supreme, F1, Sinners, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value. I'm so sorry. Am I crazy if I think that goes to F1?
Nah, that's
What
F1.
category is it again?
Best Film Editing.
Yeah, it's F1.
Yeah,
I
bruh.
think-
Yeah. Like they
No,
threw F1 into the
pretty
mix.
strong F1. Because I'm like, bro, the way they had you feel like you was actually the one driving, you
Yeah.
really
It
felt
was
the intensity.
mesmerizing.
Literally,
Yeah.
like that's if they don't win, like I'll be like,
Yeah.
nah.
Now you throwing F1 in the mix. Yeah, I think
I'm gonna
F1
be
got
so
it.
real. I think One Battle After Another will win. I think who should win is F1. And I think there's a small chance they're gonna try to give it to Marty Supreme, and that's actually unacceptable. Because I think F1, I'm so sorry. And I love One Battle After Another.
Mhm.
Obviously, like I loved it, but F1, what they did transported me. The only comparable thing I can like relate it to is when I was watching Challengers and they had that like end match where you feel like you are the tennis ball. Like stuff like that really adds to the tension and the moment. And I think again, when you do sports movies, like that should be a goal. Editing stuff like that, I imagine, is really hard, and F1 did a great job. So that's who should win. Will they win? I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know that that's gonna happen. It depends on how the people
Yeah.
are feeling. Who's the Academy? Give me a list of names. That's what we need to know.
Kelsey's about to put a hit on them, bro.
Right.
I put a dox everybody. No, I'm just kidding. So JPatt asked about the drama between Timothy Chalamet and
Yeah.
the world, and I'm going to break it down for you. So basically, and I've seen people comment and say like, you know, it's the week before the Oscars, so like they're gonna do like character assassination of people who are nominated. You know, that's just kind of like what
Yeah,
happens.
PR
But
and stuff.
yeah, the votes have already been cast, so it doesn't even matter. But basically, Timothy Chalamet is somebody who very, very clearly believes in himself and wants to be great and believes that he is great. And I think that's okay. The problem is every now and then he says something and it's horribly worded. He made a comment basically saying that he wants to be in like relevant arts such as movies, not things that nobody cares about like opera or ballet. Obviously, there's a lot of people who feel strongly about opera and ballet.
Yeah.
And those people are really upset and offended.
So they got offended because they felt like, oh, you're like dissing what we're interested in.
He literally said, like, he said, and then he goes on to say, no offense to anyone who does opera or ballet, but he was like, I don't want to, I want to be in stuff that like people care about or something like that. He was like, nobody cares
Yeah.
about the opera and ballet. And what a horrible thing to say. So then people get upset. So there are actors who are like reposting this video, basically like not
They're
in
trying to,
agreement. Not in
yeah,
agreement. They're upset and they're like
yeah,
sharing like, hey, look at how ridiculous this man is. Then I don't know if it was the New York City Ballet or a different ballet
yeah,
account had posted like a letter addressing him. Some
I did not
really
see that.
some
girl,
major opera Instagram
yeah,
account made a letter addressing, and these are like the head honchos. Like this is like the Academy writing
oh,
a
this
letter to
goes,
somebody. Like
yeah,
it's a big deal.
it's
It's
going
kind of,
towards the top off
yes,
of his
like
one comment.
the major people in that industry are
Yeah,
commenting. So like really popular professional ballerinas are responding on Instagram directly to him and posting it on their pages. So people are upset. This man obviously doesn't care because he's posting on his Instagram since then just random stuff, like random stuff on his story, just random nothing, not even PR, nothing work related, just posting the post. So he's
yeah.
in a tricky position.
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like this is just like a lot of politics at play. Like when I say politics, I mean like Oscar, Academy, actor type politics, because you got people who are gonna want to see his downfall, and then people who are, his stands who aren't gonna want to see that. From my point of view, based on what you told me, I'm kind of like, okay, you got all these big, ballerinas, or opera singers, and I mean, if you think about it, it's like the only reason we know who you are is because Timothy Timothy dissed you. Literally the only reason we know who you are. Is there an awards ceremony for ballerinas? Is there an awards ceremony for
There has to be,
opera
but
singers? There has to be, but it's not
the
Oscars.
Oscars. And that's why I was like, he
Yeah,
honestly, what he said it wrong. And so he's
it
wrong.
was.
But
Yeah,
what he said was not incorrect. And also he's allowed to feel that way. So what I took it as my interpretation, because there's like a lengthier clip. Also, so then these pictures start coming out, right? Of him wearing like previously, prior to the interview, he had on like a New York City Ballet baseball cap. And then there's another interview from a while ago where he's talking about his mom, his sister, his grandma all did ballet. So the man clearly actually has nothing against ballet. So that's his
yeah,
side, his fans being pushing this media forward, right? Trying
yeah,
to like counteract it. But the thing is, I kind of understand what he's saying. He's not, it didn't come off like, let me speak on my on behalf of my friend Timothy. I
I
think
mean,
what
like
he
it's
was
kind
trying
of
to
common
say
sense
was
what he's
like,
saying.
I think people nowadays are like choosing to be offended because like what he
Yeah,
said was clearly like poorly worded, not
yeah,
malicious at all. I think he's
and then you
saying like
also,
people love, obviously opera and ballet are arts. And if you look at him, like his behavior prior to that interview, he obviously like feels like they are real art forms. So I think what
yeah,
he's saying though is okay, are there people, rich people in Manhattan who regularly go to the opera? Obviously. But the
yeah,
average person,
person,
the
they're not gonna pay
regular person
500 for an opera
doesn't
ticket.
care too much about the opera. Even if you think about like, let's say I found 100 people right now who like the opera. I could
Yeah,
find 1 million people who care about the movies for every like
yeah,
500 that care about the opera. It doesn't mean that the opera isn't an art form, and it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be more popularized. It just means, matter of factly speaking, it's not as popular. It doesn't mean
mm,
it's lesser than. It just means the numbers, if we do the data, if we do the math, it's not as popular. Same with ballet. Ballet is like, nobody's going to argue and say that ballet is not an art and that it's not significant, but is it as popular as freaking movies? Obviously
yeah,
not. And anyone who thinks otherwise is literally like lying and can't do math. So I think what
yeah,
he's saying is he, as an individual, his desire as a movie star is to, one, be a part of an art form that is like, that has reach and has that grandiose. And
hmm,
two, he does not want the movies, which, now that you have Netflix, you have TikTok, people do kind of stray away from the movies as opposed to how they used to. He doesn't want his art to become underappreciated, like the opera and the ballet. He's not saying they should be. He's just saying,
Yeah.
if we're honest, like, nobody, it's just the fact that he said nobody cares about it. But I think he's saying, like, if you compare the numbers, it would look as if nobody cares about it in comparison, and he doesn't want to be in that same position. And
Yeah,
I feel like
I
that
mean,
makes sense. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
yeah, I feel like the average person, like in the masses, what you just
No,
said? Oh,
that that check didn't even clear yet. So I don't. I
Kelsey over here making these grandiose arguments for him. Like, it's
it
suspect,
makes
guys.
sense, George. It makes sense, though. What you mean?
I mean,
Because
I don't know. Like, you guys getting payments on the side or something? It was
I feel like the
rude.
average person,
Bro, it was rude. Y'all know he should not have said
yeah,
that.
it was
I
rude, but
feel
it was
he
also not. She said that how he worded it was wrong, but I feel like
yeah.
you,
The
you're
point
having a
still
live,
stands.
you're having a live conversation. It's not like he just wrote this with a pen, had time to think about it. I think he just worded it wrongly.
I think he knew what he was saying. I think he chose those words. Why are we infantilizing him? Like, he's
Have
a
you ever been to an
grown...
opera, Georgette?
Me? Actually, I have. We all
I
went
was
to
gonna say
one.
you can ask Georgette of all
Hmm.
people something like
Okay,
that.
yeah. No, you're different. You're different.
But Georgette is somebody who travels the world in a way that the
Yeah.
average person will never do.
Yeah.
So she is one of the outliers.
Yeah, the
right?
wealthy, yeah.
We
Yeah.
literally went to an opera in
Eat the
our
rich.
high school music class.
Oh, so you didn't pay for it.
It was actually gifted to us as
Oh,
a
gifted.
musical, a way for us to really use our brains as low-income students. The Dallas Opera offered us tickets to go see them do a dress rehearsal because they knew that art was important and it should be accessible.
And you see that the last time you went was to high school for
I was
free.
gonna say, have you been to an
Yeah.
opera since high school? No, because you don't care.
Yeah. We go to the movies every week.
Wow. So
I've never
basically,
been to
it's
a
like
ballerina
a
recital in my
Michelin star
life.
meal versus like McDonald's. Basically, because
No.
yeah, that's kind of
Can't
what it
compare
feels
the
like,
two.
guys. That's kind of what it feels
You
like right
can't
now.
compare the
No,
two.
it's just things are popular. He likes
Yeah.
that
Just
his
because
art form
you
is appreciated.
guys can't go.
Sorry,
You're-
I don't see
And
opera
that's the point.
stands.
That's
Yeah.
the point. Nobody. I'm so sorry. It's like he said. It's not that nobody cares about opera, but if you have like the world population and you look at who cares about movies in comparison, nobody cares about opera.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean
No.
that they shouldn't. It's just
Yeah.
that it's underrated. And
Yeah.
it shouldn't be underrated, but it's underrated. And he's like, I don't want to be underrated. Is that
Yeah.
so bad to say? Like,
And
it's
George-
really not crazy.
Name 3 opera artists and now name 3 actors.
Opera artist?
She finna
Yeah.
pull something
Yeah, she
out.
gonna start
Georgette-
tapping.
My
She gonna pull out a
favorite.
random name. I'm gonna have to look it up. Make sure it's
no,
real.
Georgette is an
Actually-
elitist, and so you shouldn't ask her these questions.
Yeah, you
because-
actually shouldn't because like I actually have favorites. I'm gonna give you a minute to think about that and I'll come back. Is this
Georgette
something that
is
Okay, sure.
an irregular, and so for every
She
so
said she's
for
gonna
every
give me a minute.
no, literally for every 2 box officers that prefer movies, there's one that prefers the opera, and so it's less popular.
Appreciate
Right.
it. No, I actually the thing is I actually don't even watch it. I definitely watch movies more, but I will
Yeah.
not come on a group setting with my peers and say, yeah, like I don't want to be washed up like the opera. I want to be big. Like that's
He didn't
so
say all that. He
It
just
was-
said that.
that is so tasteless.
That's
And
how they
I'm
took it,
an
though.
OG Timmy Tim fan. Like
You
when
are.
he was back in the
You
day.
really are.
So it's just like I feel like he turned into something that like I don't know. Like it's just not giving. It's
I feel
giving,
like-
you didn't do the work yet to be talking like this. In my
My
opinion.
thing is, I feel like he's in our generation. I would argue one of a very small group of people who can talk like that, because I feel like he is somebody who has proven like to be one of our generation's like
what?
stars.
Yeah.
He is one of our movie stars,
He's
whether we like it or
aight.
not.
He's
okay,
aight.
who else in our generation? Who else do we have?
He is in no level like a Leonardo DiCaprio for our generation.
He's getting there. Who
Oh,
else?
he's getting there by fame. way, not necessarily by work ethic. I don't really think.
I think he'd be working.
No, he definitely be working, but I'm saying that it's not necessarily like I'm so moved by this performance, Timmy. Like,
I think people
it's
were
not that.
until recently. And I'm gonna be honest, I know you said that you feel like he like changed, and a lot of people online have said the same thing. They feel like he started getting in these bigger roles, getting more critically acclaimed, and now he's changed. I personally think that man has always been that way. This is a regular, like, random white boy from New York. Like, what do you think? They thought that he was like an artsy thespian, like, call me by your name kind of type. He was just going to work. I think he's always been a superstar in his eyes. And it's just now, like, clicking to people that this man thinks he's, like, larger than life. But I feel like if you're going to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. To me, he's been walking it. I'm not even mad at it. If you're going to talk like that, you need to... Yeah. I just feel like there's not anyone in our generation that's seeing him. There's not.
I think that's
Who?
The thing is, how many actors are there, for example? Really, like, let's look at back in the day. I feel like it was, like, for example, think about there's way more tighter competition. For example, you watch basketball, right? JPatt, right?
Yeah.
I also.
So what Michael Jordan is the best, right? But why do some people say that LeBron is better?
But because there's kind of like they're almost neck and neck when it comes to like the whole history of basketball. If you get what I'm saying, like all the lore, everything.
I don't even know where this is going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Look at LeBron's competition. What do they say about LeBron? That Michael Jordan, MJ didn't even have that type of competition that LeBron has.
But I think that's even saying more.
No,
the fact that he's the only.
No, in the film industry, I think it's flipped though. I think back then the competition was like you had Johnny Depp, you had Brad Pitt, you had Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, we can't even name, like, let's name them.
So isn't it great that Timothy is like, so we all agree that Timothy's the best, and we can't basically knock him down because nobody else is good enough to compete with him.
The competition isn't there anymore. The thing is, the way Hollywood has it's just been like chopped up with the age of social media. We have TikTok. Like, our attention is not fully on artists like how it used to be.
I think that's before. His point. He was like, I don't want to end up like everybody else.
At risk of just deluding himself in this age of like social media, it's like the Hollywood artist is no longer this big artist like how it's just more tangible. It's more like, oh, that's Timmy Tim. Like, whereas back in the day, like Brad Pitt, like, whoa, like it can't be that.
It's not the same,
and it's not because
I think
of him.
I think that's why he is has the complex that he does, because he knows that realistically he's the only one even coming close to being perceived as more than just like a TikTok star that ended up on the big screen, or just a nepo baby who ended up doing. He's like somebody who put in the work and got to a certain level of acclaim.
Did he put in, Kelsey?
Where even Leonardo DiCaprio himself has advised him and said, hey, listen, you're going to be a movie star. Here's the rules. Told him not to do Marvel, told him not to do TV. Again, someone who is the embodiment of the movie star is like saying, like, this is the up and coming. Like, he's just so
Are we
respected.
Gonna take advice from Leonardo DiCaprio?
When it comes to being a movie star?
No.
Yes, we are.
He's passing the mantle.
Are we really gonna take our whole idea of the next movie star and put it into Leonardo DiCaprio just because he was that's him? If we're gonna take everything and all his actions.
No, we're not. Life. No, that's so insane. That's so insane.
I mean, we're taking his word. Let's take the gravity of his word, really. But you don't want to do that because you know it's flawed.
I don't like that he dates 20-year-old girls, but I feel like he's still a talented man.
He's still an actor. That's outside of the fact.
That now my choices are kind of 6-7ing. Now I'm looking at you differently.
You pay for his movies. You pay for his movies,
like,
though.
now it's looking like, is you cool? Like, you know, you say crazy things, you do crazy things, you might say crazy things. Like, so.
In the
I don't know
where our world is today, I do believe they cannot handle comments that Timothy makes. I will also agree that he shouldn't have said it like that, but I do understand what he's saying, because I agree. It's kind of like what you're saying. You're like, you know, it's not what it used to be. Stars are not what they used to be. Movies are not what they used to be. People, to an extent, don't care about movies either. And I think that's his point. He's like, I don't want that for myself. And I think that's an okay feeling to have. But the way he said it was horrible. And I think what makes it worse is that, like, there's not really been an effort to even try to clarify or apologize or anything. But I also think people are stretching it. And I think that he's the wrong person to do that to.
I mean, he did say that
care.
he did say that he didn't mean it that way at some point, right? You said something like he was like,
the problem with Timothy Chalamet,
I feel like he doesn't need to apologize.
I actually, that's my homeboy. I'm not gonna lie. I actually do like him. But my problem is, I think that he really has not, he needs to let the work speak for himself, for itself. I think he's like, this is a great piece of work. Whereas people should be like, this is a great piece of work. And I think that instead of letting people, the audiences, say that, he's just like, yeah, I did good. Look at what I did. Like, and it's like, well, we should be saying that. Like, why are you saying that? Like,
I get that.
Like, yeah,
but
like, you're proud of what you did and be like, I lost this much amount of weight for this role. I really put my heart, in it, and da-da-da. And that's what you should say. But you can't just be like, yeah, I deserve this. Like, I feel like that's so tasteless. And I think, and he's so young, he doesn't have that much of a track record. He did do 1 and 2. He did
it's barely 10 years of
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, bro, chill. Like, you got people like Leonardo DiCaprio just got his Oscar, bro. Like, literally.
That's true, but I feel like they've been mad at Timothy ever since that time he had an acceptance speech and he was like, I want to be one of the greats one day. And they were like, oh, he's so conceited. I'm like, y'all don't like anybody with aspiration or drive anymore. Like, y'all don't like movie stars for real, because that's how movie stars are. And I'm sorry, like, it should be a very grandiose feeling that he finds. But I think also something I hate is that, like, the world was telling him he was the next up. Like, they were telling him, call me by your name. They were saying he ate in Lady Bird. They were trying to boost him after everything. And then the one time he said, you know what? I actually did eat. They said, how dare you love what you do and be proud of yourself?
I think we gave him a spotlight, and it's like, okay, show me what you can do. And I don't necessarily think that means that you're it already. I think it just means like, we're excited to see what you do next. What he did next were great things. I love Dune. And it's not necessarily I love Dune because his acting was so good. I think I just like Dune. You could have put any other, like, you could have put Harry Potter in his role, and I probably would still like Dune too. Because it's just like Dune in his universe, the storyline. Like, I don't think Timothy was carrying that movie, to be honest. You know,
Brutus, you just completely flipped on this man. You were his biggest fan. I
was just like,
no.
Hey,
he was a good. He was a good.
No, I'm calling
Atreides.
him, and I'm telling him that you hate him.
Atreides.
He's an amazing Atreides. I think he did
great
carry.
Atreides. I think his dad, Paul. No, who's the dad name? It's not Paul, but his dad, Oscar Isaac. I think he did way better in playing the role. I think Elvis did better in playing the role. Austin Butler. Way better. He did way better than Timothy Chalamet in Dune. Come on.
Well, so here's the thing. I actually think the best actor in Dune was an actress, Rebecca Ferguson. I think she actually was the best part of
Timmy
Dune.
was not even top 5 by our metrics. Yes, come on, guys. He's not even top 5. Memorable. I mean memorable. Like, who do we remember? Austin Butler. We remember the dad. Or he's dead, but in the first one, the dad.
The really,
we remember the
like,
Harkonnen.
Bald, fat guy.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, the Skarsgård. Like, we're not really thinking of Timmy. We think of Timmy because he's the main character. But I swear, if he was a side character sideline, you would not be like, whoa, that side character really got work. Like,
I don't think Dune
because
was his best work at all. Yeah.
I feel like Dune gave him Anakin vibes, and I like, gosh, what was his name who played Anakin? I don't know. I just got that same vibe from him, so that's why I was like, okay, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, people hated that movie.
People hate the movie, but they love Hayden Christensen. He did good. He's a great actor.
They loved him for the movie, and they hated the movie and how he played in the movie. It didn't start getting love.
Wait a minute. Not until it's been getting love for like the past 10, 15 years. That movie was great. People just hated on it. It's a bunch of haters. But now everybody looks
horrible. People hated it.
But it ends beautifully. Because if you ask anybody now, they're gonna be like, One of the
Oh,
best Star Wars movies.
I love, and the kids too. I killed them all. I mean, I love it, but I mean, it wasn't necessarily like great acting. Like I said, I feel like the franchise also carried. Like I don't know, like that's complicated, but
Are we talking Star Wars?
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be talking about
My
the
bad.
Oscars
Timothy
2026.
Chalamet in
My bad.
those movies, he did a good job. He acted. I like him. His acting is good. If I see Timothy Chalamet in the movie, I know it's going to be like a relatively good movie. No, not Inception.
Oh, Interstellar.
Interstellar. He did like he plays his role. He plays his role. Like, and I respect that, but I don't know about this whole like I'm the best actor of my generation thing.
He didn't say that. He said,
I
I
don't
want
know.
to be.
And I don't think he
said,
has
I
the
want to
range.
He
be.
said he
I don't think
wants
he has
to
the
be.
range. I don't think he has the range for it. I don't think he's nowhere near the range.
I don't think
for
anyone was
it.
close to him, so he will be the best.
I think he's like
Yeah.
pop culture. Like he's a cool guy. Like he speaks French. He's witty. Like the way he posts is just like it's easy for young girls to be like, yeah, Timmy, let's go. But like I'm talking about pure theater, like acting, like all this other baggage aside, he is not. It's not there for me.
I think that he is not giving what Leonardo and the others were giving, but I think in his generation, if he's giving like a 5 out of 10, everybody else is giving 1s out of 10. So he's still the best. I think that's what I'm saying.
Robert
like
Pattinson is better than him by a lot.
Robert Pattinson is not a movie star comparable to Timothy Chalamet.
Because he doesn't have that extra, like, personable aura.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to, if you want to be a movie star, if you want to be the best movie star, you gotta bring that. And he's
well, that's not fair because now we're talking about popularity and not about actual your skills as an actor to convince me, to move me. It's not there. It's like I like him because he's a cool guy. Like I'll be his friend. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Timmy. But like
that's
Robert
not what
Pattinson,
you were saying though. When you convinced me, you guys, you gotta go. We gotta take this back. There was a time back in like 2018 when it was just Timothy was just on the uprise. I constantly was like an op because I didn't care who this new little boy from New York was, and I was like, I don't care who Timothy Chalamet is. I don't want to watch his stuff. Everyone keeps talking about how cool he is. It makes me want to like him even less. And Georgette was a big advocate. She was like, no, Kelsey, he's actually so talented, blah, 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 blah. Look at her now. Look at how she stabs him
I
in
just
the,
had a crush
not
on
even
him.
the back,
It's
the front.
obvious. I thought he was cute. I don't I just think he's cute, and I still like can admit that I think that's a lot of his package. Like I do not think his package is acting, like thespian. Like I do not think that's his
so
majority. I think some of it is him being new, young gen, him being cool, and he can act. I'm not saying like, oh, like he's I actually like his acting. I just don't think it's top level. Like when I see Robert Pattinson in a movie like Tenet, I'm like, oh my god, this guy's really convincing me of things. Like, I love this. Is really like, yeah, like I get that from Robert Pattinson. But because Robert Pattinson is so secluded, he's so quiet, like outside of it, it's just like, who played the Joker? What was his name?
Heath Ledger or somebody else?
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
It kind of gives that. Like I feel like Robert Pattinson is that. I think he's not a Brad Pitt. He's not with the whole like. It's just like But like when he's acting, and you cannot say Timothy Chalamet is like Heath Ledger level. Like you know like
no. Okay,
nowhere
obviously.
near.
But my thing is we don't have that anymore. Our generation doesn't have that, so we have to have our own benchmark.
Robert Pattinson could be that. Robert Pattinson is convincing.
At the end of the day, in my opinion, Robert Pattinson cannot do Call Me By Your Name, but I feel like Timothy Chalamet could do Good Times, and that's the T. I'm sorry.
But he couldn't do Joker. I mean, he couldn't do Batman. He couldn't do Tenet, for sure.
I do think he could do Tenet.
I don't think he'll do Batman.
I don't think he can do Batman, but I do think he could do Tenet.
He doesn't have serious enough, like,
He could probably do Robin.
Robert Pattinson Tenet was like heavy.
It was so good. But I believe in Timmy Tim.
Timmy gives like your
Timmy
friend,
from the block.
your friend that got the girl pregnant. Like, he doesn't.
He did a good Mickey 17. I actually liked Mickey 17. I think he did a good
Timothy
Nick.
could not do Mickey 17.
No, I said Robert. Robert did like a good Mickey 17. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
did. Because I'm
Tim
like,
could do it.
Mickey 17 had to be like kind of comedic a
Maybe.
little bit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Timmy could not do that. He doesn't have the range for that. Timmy needs like a typical middle-aged, average white male.
Almost like somebody named Edward and Twilight. Like, come on, they all have to start somewhere.
He proved himself out of that. Timmy has not proved nothing. In fact, I feel like Hollywood is handing him roles because they know his name is going to bring in young tween girls. I think that's
Timothy has been acting for 8 years and has done a lot within those
8 years.
No, I'm saying the range within those 8 years is greater than Robert Pattinson doing Twilight for 8 years. Like, I'm just saying, he's moving at a faster pace.
He's
if nothing
moving
else.
fast because people are throwing these opportunities at him, and he's doing mid in the opportunities. So it's like
mid is so crazy.
He's not necessarily like none of these roles is he exceeding the role. He's jumping out of the movie. The movie is carrying.
I feel like he did.
Where he literally jumped out of the role. Like every movie.
Call Me by Your Name was exceptional.
He did the role perfectly for what they typecasted him for. It was not like a super convincing. He's like that.
It was convincing. You watch it.
I feel like he was. Like I feel like that's actually how he is in real life. He's just like a tween boy, like awkward, a little like that's just him. That's him in real life. You have
so crazy.
Like I feel like in order for him to prove himself to me, I need a role that where he's not acting like something that he could actually be in real life. Like I need him to do like I don't even know, bro.
I'm gonna call him and let him know that he needs to step it up.
I don't know. He's not my number one actor of the generation.
Who is?
I used to give it to Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, man, the rebrand. He fought himself out of being typecasted. Like that is so hard to do.
It's hard.
He resurrected himself back through hard work, literally outperforming the roles, the film. He didn't ask for a handout. He doesn't need tween girls fawning over him to get like it's not all that. Like it's literally just him and acting. And I think for that, just that, he's the number one actor. Now, if you want to add personality to it, all that stuff, we know how Robert Pattinson is.
No, not even adding personality. I think Robert Pattinson has a very, like, when you listen to him, like, do interviews and stuff, he has a very interesting, oddly charming, maybe, personality. I just think Timothy never had to be typecast, and that's just not his fault. He didn't have to get it out the mud. That's not his fault.
As literally the dark-haired,
the movie Call Me
white boy.
Call Me by Your Name
versus young early 20 white boy.
No, versus Dune versus Marty Supreme versus
early 20
these are all different types versus Dune.
They're all coming of age. They're
different genres. They're different tones.
No, they're literally he's playing the same person.
You're gonna tell me that the person in Lady Bird is the same as the person in Dune?
Atreides and the movie.
Elio?
No, the movie with we just said it, the science movie. I don't know, I keep forgetting it.
Interstellar.
He's playing the same chill little brother like vibe, like yeah, like dude, cool.
You're like, never meeting Timothée Chalamet now. You're just never.
I mean, like, this is the opportunity for him to really prove that he can get out of this. But I think it's gonna be hard. It happens to a lot of actors. It's not just him. It happened to Matthew McConaughey. They kept typecasting him in romance film, and he was like, I don't want to do this no more. He had to turn down roles because once you're able to show that you're marketable in that, Hollywood's gonna keep giving it to you because they know you're gonna do good, and people won't expect more for you. It's natural.
I feel like all of his movies are so like he's done indie films, he's done mainstream dystopian franchises, he's done everything, dramas, action. They're all so different.
He's playing the same character.
Got good range.
Austin Butler has way more range than him. Austin Butler played Elvis and the freaking Harkonnen. Like even just those two roles are polar opposites. I'm not even gonna go to his whole like discography, like literally, like just to tell you that Timothy is not even like he's literally playing the same character. He notice how his hair is always almost the same. He's always playing his same personality range. Like it's just that's him. And that. Well, that's what you're doing. You know, you're not going out of your way to play. I'm gonna play like an elderly old man that's deaf. Like, no, you're not playing.
Robert Pattinson has never attempted such, like, yeah. I
He
just feel
definitely
like
has. He's played a drug. He's done a lot of things.
Robert Pattinson, literally, Good Times and Marty Supreme are basically the same movie. I feel like Robert Pattinson, half of his filmography is him playing a teenage heartthrob, and that's fine. But I think that if we're saying Robert Pattinson has, like, I think actually it's not even about Robert. I just think Timothy's roles are not all that similar. And even if they were, like, I still think he's done a great job. You are the behind all the secret burner accounts online talking about
100
Timothy
years
said this about the ballet.
Movies or 100 years of Robert Pattinson movies. At random. If you had to see them on the screen for 100 years, who would you actually watch? I promise you're not going to send me and watch freaking Timothy Chalamet and his acting. I will be watching Robert Pattinson give.
I would probably say Robert Pattinson's filmography, but I still think that Timothy Chalamet is like a movie star.
And I think
even then, Robert Pattinson isn't. I don't know. I just feel like I like his movies, the types of movies he makes more my speed.
I guess we're gonna agree and disagree, guys.
We are, because that's insane. And one thing I will say that's true though is that in terms of Leonardo DiCaprio, and you were like, well, he's gonna have to follow him in every sense. My fear is that we're dating 40 years below our age, but in the sense of, like, you know, Leo not getting an Oscar for so long, I do fear that if Timothy does not get the Oscar on Sunday, then he will unfortunately go down the path that Leonardo DiCaprio had to go through.
He does not.
And I think that's so, like, heartbreaking.
He can do better. This is motivation.
I think it's gonna motivate him extremely, but I just think this is gonna be like
Michael B. Jordan again in Sinners, bro. Like, I'm sorry, Michael B. Jordan ate that.
So is your vote for Best Actor out of Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent, and Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon? Your Best Actor goes to Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan, easy money.
I would say Michael B. Jordan likewise.
I also would say Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Just that.
Michael B. Jordan. But
do you think he's going to win, though? That's our vote, but do you think, like, your prediction?
I don't know. I hope he does. I think he deserves it, but I can see people thinking like you, Kelsey.
I just voted for him. Like,
he doesn't really have any bad press either. He doesn't really have any bad press like this going on.
I think that Timothy Chalamet does not actually hate the ballet. That's all. But Michael B. Jordan should be Best Actor of the 2026 Oscars for sure. Because he was, like, that performance was the most, in my opinion, challenging and well done, you know? And I think he gave 2 performances. He should get one that says Best Actors, plural, because he played 2 characters. And they were both so instinctively different. I think it's hard to play twins and not only forget that they're played by the same person, but also forget that that person happens to be Michael B. Jordan. That's really impressive.
And they literally feel like 2 separate people, like, literally. So I feel like that is very, very difficult. And you literally forget that it's actually the same person.
Yeah. I can't speak too much to the Best Actress category because I didn't watch all the movies, but it's Emma Stone in Bugonia, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, Renate Reinsve, I'm butchering her last name, in Sentimental Value, and Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue.
I guess Begonia.
Yeah, but I think there's a chance that could go to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. I do think there's a possibility. Emma Stone 8 for sure. But I think if Jessie Buckley gets it, I think that's also valid for sure. I actually think, I don't know. I didn't finish Sentimental Value, but from what I saw, Nate looked like she was doing a great job. So I don't know. But furthermore, the real one, the one that everyone's really talking about. Actually, I think what they're actually talking about this year is Best Actor. I think that's the
That's what I've
award
seen the most.
that they're finna tussle over. But Best Picture, do you think your vote and your prediction for the winner, The Secret Agent, Bugonia, Marty Supreme, Train Dreams, F1, Sinners, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sentimental Value? I can't even believe F1 made that list, to be honest with you, but
No, it's great. But
It was a nice picture, though.
it was amazing. Yeah.
it was. But best competition for Best Picture, I feel like that's ambitious. I don't know.
Sinners is
I
gonna
think my pick is Sinners, but I think it has some like strong competition with One Battle After Another.
after another because of value, like what it's talking about. I don't even think that movie was that good.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sorry,
Yeah,
if
that's
it does win. I think it's because of that, because of the message.
like I think the movie was good, and Kelsey, we don't have to get into it. I think the movie was good, and I feel like I do need to see it again just to appreciate it the way you did. But I feel like people like the movie more for like like what you just said, George. I
Yeah.
think they like it more for that, which is why I think it could go for the number one, like the best picture. But in my opinion, I wasn't looking at it like I liked F1 over One Battle After Another.
Easy.
Yeah,
Easily.
don't look at me like that. Actually, let me
You
move
like
my.
it, but was it the
I
best?
really think F1 was supposed to be on there, so it's just
It's
like that's why
not.
I feel like this is just
The
gonna be like a
award-
political.
The award is not picture you like the most. It's best, objectively the best. And you're gonna say
F1
F1?
looked better than Battle After. It looked better to me. Like I liked what
Yeah.
I think a Battle After Another was definitely.
Yeah. Now when I'm comparing it to all these other movies in terms of scale, I feel like F1, like if I were to you do Sinners, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, F1, Marty Supreme, I think F1 will probably come in like fourth place
So you
to
agree it's
the
not the best?
to the public. But to me, I believe F1 is above One Battle After Another. But to the public, that's why I was like, I could see it not being on this list as well. But in my opinion, I'm like, it could kind of be on this list if One Battle After Another wasn't there. So
I think that it's going to be, I think that the winner will be either Sinners or Marty Supreme. But I think there's a situation that we might run into where, like, you know how some people say, like, even when you're voting, like, politically, they're like, if you split the vote, then the third person's gonna win. I think there's a chance that like things get split between Marty Supreme and Sinners and neither wins and it ends up going to One Battle After Another. I also think who I think I would vote for if I were a member of the Academy, I would have voted for One Battle After Another as Best Picture because it was the Best Picture. And I think that F1 is amazing. And honestly, which movie would I rewatch? Which movie did I have the most fun watching? Which movie did I say, oh, I'm going to go back to the theater and see it again and again and again and again? It was actually F1. However, objectively speaking, the better picture in terms of like value and production and like just like who did it best, who wore it best, it was One Battle After Another. I would even say that over Sinners. I think Michael B. Jordan should win Best Actor because I think he was the best actor, but I still don't think that means he was in the Best Picture. I think the Best Picture was One Battle After Another. It was just so well done. It's a nearly perfect movie, and it's so original. I think I said that for original screenplay also. It's just, it's the best. That's it. It's not even the movie that I had the most fun like watching necessarily, but it was the movie that I thought was the best movie. And that's just it's like if I made you a strawberry cake and it was dry and you love strawberry cake, but then I made you a chocolate cake, super moist, but you don't really go for chocolate, you're going to say I liked the strawberry cake the most because I like strawberry cake and I don't really like chocolate. But objectively speaking, you're going to say the chocolate cake is better because it was just made better. It was decorated better. And so that's how I feel. One Battle After Another was just better. It was the better cake. And
okay, that's fair.
That's just where those are my 2 cents.
It's a fair take.
Yep.
George.
Yeah, I just thought Sinners was really good. Like, I can remember scenes in Sinners where I was like, this is a beautiful scene.
Right.
Beautiful picture. I think it's original. I think they took some risk. I think it's something that I would sit down and rewatch. I'm not sitting down and rewatching that 3
Yeah.
hour that like literally just felt like a whole bunch of freaking Instagram infographics put together into one. But I don't know.
Why you
I don't know. I don't know.
Georgia today with the intentions of rage baiting me for an
I
hour.
was moved by one battle to the another. I found it incredibly boring. I think it was predictable.
I think Sinners. I will let you. Yeah, I was gonna say I think Sinners was definitely very original when it comes to vampire films.
Exactly. It was,
Yeah.
and it's something that is so fleshed out already. Like, it's kind of hard to make an original vampire film because just
Yeah.
like, bro, like we had a whole era where that's all they were pushing out. So it's like it's actually pretty hard to do that. And I think he
Yeah.
made it refreshing while still keeping the same tone. He added different elements, different layers. Like
Yeah.
the casting was on point. The location, everything was good. Like when another, like it just gave like a movie that they were trying to push to be like, you know. And I'm just like, well, no, I don't think that does anything for me actually, you know. But maybe for others, they're moved by it because they like chocolate cake.
Like Miss Kelsey here.
Will be said. No names.
You guys, I've been rage baited for an hour straight and I've seen it through. I feel like, honestly, you know, there are those who watch movies casually, and then there are those of us, the real thespians, the real movie lovers, who just get it right. And, you know, you guys could be the judge of who's who. I'm not saying that applies to us, of course. Next week, we are going to come back and we are going to unpack what really happened. Because this is just like,
Yeah.
we already getting into it, bro, and the Oscars haven't even happened yet. So once everything happens, like,
Yeah.
your soldier's already dead, but I feel like we still gonna try to take it to war. So we'll see. It's gonna be super interesting. Let us know your thoughts, your predictions.
I can't wait to see y'all's takes after this, you know, next week. So,
Bro, it's gonna be insane. I just already know. After everything she says is wrong, like I'm gonna have to clip it for you.
Imagine I'm right.
Then that means the entire academy was wrong. So
Bro,
we're gonna have to clip it and put it in here. They do, literally. They used to not even all watch all the movies, which is insane. And it's funny because Kristen Dunst made a comment on it because somebody was like, oh, are there any movies you have to like still watch that were nominated? And she's like, no, I'm a member of the Academy, so I watched them all. It felt like shady because some people used to not watch all of them and still vote.
Yeah.
I'm like, that should be illegal.
I think it's fair though, because I think that's what the general public would like do. Like the general public wouldn't watch everything. So it kind of like aggregates itself in a way.
I suppose, but they ended up, I think, putting a rule in there saying you have to, like, watch all of it. But we didn't watch all of it, and we still sat here and basically voted ourselves, so I kind of get both sides, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say, obviously, I'm not that bothered by it. So, anyways, we will see you guys back here after the Oscars on the Box Officers podcast.